All right. You know who it is. You know what it is. Taibu Muad'Dib. All right. This is the truth. I already got my man Picasso in the virtual studio with me, man. Tell them about yourself. Tell them where you from, family.
What's up, y'all? This is Casso. I'm from the north side of Minneapolis, but I live in Palm Beach, Florida. You know what I mean? Bamboo Manor. I'm out here enjoying the weather. I was up north for too long, came down this way. But yeah, I got a spot called The Heist. You know what I mean? It's about to drop at the first of the year. New podcast. It's gonna be beautiful. You know what I mean? No excuses. No excuse November. That's the reason I'm here, because we don't give up no excuses. But yeah, man, I'm here to support. You know what I mean? Show it, give it, take questions, give advice. Drop gems, you know what I mean? Give jewels. It's just a good thing.
I just wanted to mute myself so I can just really go crazy and everybody hear me clearly in case there is some type of feedback or blowback on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we'll do a better job, fixing these production issues as time goes on. With that said, it is no excuse November. So I'm gonna do a lot of shaming tonight. A lot of y'all are ashamed out there. You know what I mean? When I pull out my research and I do my research, Casso, you didn't know this, but my signature speech is gonna be centered around Jack and the Beanstalk. Now, you old enough to know the story. A lot of people don't. All right. Let me go out the music for a second, so I can break it down for you. The simple fact of the matter is, it didn't matter what position Jack found himself in. He didn't make no excuses.
None.
Go ahead.
No, I said no excuses. None.
Oh,
so tell the story.
Go ahead.
Nah. You got to tell that story because it's important, because people need to understand the aesthetic, especially of the message of what you're saying. People hear Jack and the Beanstalk and they think, oh, kid story, fable, and all that. But nah, it's deeper than that.
Look. So what this is how God is to me. Right. So
all the time.
Once you put your genius out there, mess around and track more genius. Right. So you can see. Y'all haven't heard Casso tell a story. He said, "Taibu, what's the subject?" I said, "No excuses." So you have to tell them about a time in your life when you wasn't giving no excuses. Shout out there about Instagram. I'm on the Coach Taibu page. All right. This is Live Your Truth, right? I get my man Casso. If you want to see the picture-in-picture version of that, go to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Taibu Muad'Dib 2019 on YouTube. All right. Jack and the Beanstalk. If y'all only understood that Jack, let's say he's between the age of 13 and 17. It has to be so, right?
Ain't no question.
He has to be trustworthy enough to take the family inheritance to the market. So you ain't trusting no 10, 12-year-old with that. So you have to at least be a teenager. Am I lying, Casso?
Hey, maturity. That's all. The task that they're putting in that kid's hands says maturity.
Out with the whole family inheritance to bring back the money. So he had, let's say he's 15. All right. Let's say Jack 14, 15 years old. Right.
I'll take that. Now,
what's important to note is Jack mama had full confidence in it. She said, boy, let y'all know at least one thing about Jack. Jack was an obedient dude. Come on, Casso, help me out.
Hey, all right. Preach.
Go ahead, give me some feedback already, because I think you know where I'm going with this. Come on, give me some engagement.
You got to look at it like this, right? In life,
Right.
There's one thing that we all need to be able to survive is finances. Regardless of how much finances it is, you need money. So for the family to trust with everything, a kid, everybody go back to 15. I don't care what generation you was in at 15. You're like this. You're everywhere. This kid was entrusted with everything the family had to like peace out. Like, all right, we going this way. You know what I'm saying?
Full confidence.
You had to have it in order to be doing those type tasks.
So now, as a side note, where do we as the people in our youth struggle?
I think there's a disconnect between the elders and the youth.
Okay.
The disconnect. There's a disconnect right there.
I'm telling y'all, genius, y'all gotta put yourself out there. If it's your voice, put it out there, because it's gonna attract wherever you are. I'm telling you.
Fact.
That's relationship advice, by the way, Casso.
Hey.
All right. So look, if you complaining that you're dealing with cheaters, ladies, you a cheat. Just keep it real. Or you have a cheater vibe on you. You don't trust them. I'm telling you, if you aren't a trusting person, I'm not going to trust you. If you don't trust me, I'm going to trust you.
Yeah.
Keeping it real. This is what it comes down to. Our people, they say we're being destroyed for lack of knowledge. These kids know a whole lot.
They know more than we did.
That can't be the case.
They know more than we did.
And you can agree. Now, this is true. Everybody voices their story. So I don't debate people, but I am not going to knock down no one's opinion. So if Casso goes left on me, I'm a left. You might be somebody else up. Let me tell you something, Casso. As a people, we're being destroyed because our young people don't have enough respect for our lived experience to do what they told.
Definitely. And that right there, what you said, is where the disconnect comes in. Because if you don't respect something, how are you going to listen to it? How are you going to gain knowledge or information on something that you don't respect? So the disconnect comes in to where it's like respecting someone else's experience. You have to. But now I'm going to play devil's advocate. At times, our generation, we can kind of be like a little bit standoffish because of how hard we had to work for the things that we achieved.
All right.
Like right now, let's just be all the way. You got kids getting rich on the internet playing video games, literally. You know what I mean? When we were playing video games, we was getting cussed out for being on it for too long. And you better go to bed or your homework better be done.
Something gotta be done.
Yeah, so we have to link these two sides together based on the fact of what is the disconnect, and we both have to be open.
Absolutely not. Let me tell you something. If you young people don't know, I'm talking about you look like me, young people. What you don't understand is you can't be successful in life if people don't trust you with their money.
Facts. If you can't get trust with the, if you can't have trust with the bag,
mom gave Jack everything. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking.
Ask yourself this.
So what that means is, up until this day, Casso help me, because you know the story. Up until this day, Jack had did whatever Mama asked.
Facts. That's why she gave him the money.
Okay. So now, on his way to the market, he met a man. Now this man had an indecent proposal. Casso, for $10. Why was the proposal indecent?
I mean, you got to think, right? You illicitly talking to this man off of the strength that you ain't even, you know what you on. That's why I was indecent. The intent. See, I'm the type of person that I don't look at the action. You know what I mean? I the action and how you react to the action has nothing to do with where I like to be at. I want to get to the intent. You know what I'm saying? The intent of what you're doing, not what happened after what you did and how I feel about it, or, you know what I mean, the aftermath of what you did. Nah, that can be fixed unless I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? But the reality of it is we have to go to the root and understand that the intent of what's being done, that's where it becomes illicit right there. You know what I mean? Before we even knew what happened in the story, that character, that man said, hey, and now you put that into play. And now it comes down to you, the individual, if you say, let me slide this direction.
Don't give them everything. You don't take it. Stop it.
My bad.
You see what I'm saying? That's what Jesus does. Jesus attracts Jesus. He was going to go over to the end. I won't even have no point to make at the end. You talking.
No, so you got it.
Over here on Coach Page, if you want to see the rest of the episode, please subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna put it in here real quick. Get out of here. It's my channel is It's over on YouTube, y'all. Put it in here and get out here so I can go to the conversation. All right. Y'all, I don't go live much on here no more because I'm officially a YouTuber now. If y'all want to subscribe, and pretty soon my subscription gonna cost a money. But I'm working. All right. So I got in the podcast now. I had to end that real quick, just so folks join on YouTube. All right. So finish off over there, get that going. The thing that I'm trying to explain to the folks is, in my opinion, it was an indecent proposal, right? Because Jack, he was asking Jack to do the one thing just agreed he hadn't done before. Disobey. That old man is a shame. How you gonna try to get that young boy to disrespect mom's wishes? All right. Now, if I was a gambling man, which I tend to do from time to time, not much.
It better not be on them Steelers.
But every once in a while, well, you know, only one other team recently achieved as many parties as ours. So when y'all sports team is as successful as my franchise, then y'all come on my show and live your truth, right? But that's I'm gonna say. How far is gonna say? That's all I'm gonna say about that. Now look, I'm gonna tell you something. It was indecent because that man, he was gonna ask Jack to put my intent. He was gonna ask Jack to disrespect his mama wishes, to go against the grain. Okay. So with that being said, we all come to a point in our lives when we're met with an opportunity for greatness, and it might cause us to have to consider and weigh our options. Because even though it was an indecent proposal, it had great reward potential. That made it a risk.
Risk versus reward, baby.
Get him, don't go too hard. Get him on that.
Listen. Let me tell y'all something, man. I'm no guru. Yeah, I am. I don't
30 seconds.
I don't even know it all. But risk versus reward, when you weigh those options and you really understand the true process of it, you are going to understand that you've been risking a whole lot for very little reward. You know what I mean? So it's like, understand what risk and reward really means. Don't think just because of the word risk, that means it's something that could put you in harm's way. Risk can also mean a task that is being taken on at hand that you might not be fully versed in and truly understand. So it's going to be a risk for you to take on this task. But if you look at the reward, are you willing to take that risk?
Thank you very much, sir. So with that brief explanation from another genius, right? Let me pull y'all further into the Jack and the Jack. And this is why this is my signature story. Because when you are presented with basically what comes down to just a new challenge, You can call it what you want to call it, but it's something that causes you consternation. It causes you consternation. It makes you feel a little bit on your knees. It makes you wonder what's going to happen next. You know,
well,
that was a preaching, man. Let me tell you something right now. That opportunity probably wasn't going to again, because Jack had probably been to the market many times for his mom to gain that confidence that this one last time he could take the entire family inheritance to market and bring back their
man. The whole bag. The whole bag.
Okay. I'm giving myself.
Go.
When that old man popped up, Jack had been to the market many times. And so one day, the man popped up out of nowhere and he said, "Boy, let me get that cow." And Jack said, "What will you offer me for this cow, sir?" Polite young man. And that man said, "I got magic beans." Oh! He said, "Magic beans." He could have said anything. He could have said, "I have this Spartan carriage. You don't have to walk on it. You can drive your arm wherever you want to go in style." He could have said many other things. But when he put that magic in there, he was offering Jack with the possibility. Do you know what I'm about to say to you? When your opportunity comes up, it's going to connect with that magical part of you, baby. Let me tell you something. Jack didn't have some kind of magic inside of him. The beans wasn't nothing. The man wasn't nothing. But when he said the magic beans, that's when the magic came out of Jack. That's so American. Come on,
Let's go. You got to think, right? We ain't talking about Orlando magic. You know what I'm saying? Like, and let's bring a realistic connotation to it. Okay. When you think of magic, okay, let's take these magic beans.
Right.
Now, something that can be deemed as magical is the fact of taking something and getting to places that you desired and more. You know what I mean? That can also be we want to bring it to a realistic place. So, you know, everybody can catch metaphors, but we're going to bring it to them straight. So you have to take what you deem as that magic. Like Jack was like, "Oh, hold up." And the man was like, "Yeah, I got the magic beans. What's up?" And he was with it.
It's like from mother. Let me tell you something. I know he's feeling me. Not just because he's in my generation, but he's feeling while I'm going with this story for y'all. This is my signature speech. If Jack didn't have any magic in him, them beans wouldn't have meant nothing magic.
It's a belief system. That's all it is.
You guys have no excuse.
It's a belief system.
That man offered you magic beans, you be dead on the inside.
And you was like, "Magic, yeah, get out of here."
I'm about to put Console on mute because I'm about to mute Console because he's getting me going. Look, let me tell you something. This is no November. If you can't pay your rent, if you don't got guns, I got some strategies for you. This stuff you can do online, right? For money. You can shop online for people. You can do surveys for companies and get money. There's ways that people get money from scratch. You can, if you think I'm lying, Google it. Right now, while I'm on the show and watching the podcast, you should not be broke in 2023. All right? I'm just keeping it real. Get that magic going inside of you. Let the first step coaching academy, let Coach Titan be your magic. I'm paying cards, talking about magic. But it's going to be good to you. You did on the inside. You agree. How did Jack get up the day before? His mom said, "Go to the mountains." There's no more magic in it. Don't say nothing. Just shake your head. You crazy. Look, I'm telling y'all right now. I'm having too much fun on here. The material, though, is supposed to be fun. I'm trying to hook y'all up. Have a good time with me. You're dead broke. You haven't done nothing for years. You're fat. You're out of shape. You're broke. She left you. Or he left you. Because you're broke and fat and out of shape.
He said because you're broke.
I'm keeping it real. Word. I'm So this is not about Kyrie. Don't act like I need your money. I'm making you invest like Jack did, so you can go to places that Jack assumed you never was going to with just the cap. Go ahead.
No, that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Having that magic and understand that magic and going to those places. That's what we all look to do. That's what we all look to do to get to that magical place. And see, a lot of people look.
I disagree because we have to get the story. If that man had showed up and Jack had given up, and he felt like his mama felt like it was just the cow and just the market and just the fair price, then that man, he could have offered him 10,000. He could have put the bond could have been. It could have been a couple. It didn't matter. Jack, he had to offer Jack something that resonated from within.
That's what I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about the magic within inside yourself.
Yes, that was the whole. I'm telling y'all right now, I can't inspire you to want to be more if there's nothing left in there. Some of you got that dead soul, y'all got them weary eyes, y'all done given up. I'm 48 years old in trouble right now. Post 40 is when all my consciousness came. When the ball hit me, when I grew the beard out, I look totally my page online. I look like I'm 22 years old. My pictures from 4 years ago. I got the old man look on now because I'm wise. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand that life is about a journey. And y'all want to stay stuck. Y'all want to be safe. Y'all want to stay stuck in just this one spot. Life is about getting out there. You know, my first international. Give me 2 seconds. My first international request for my presence couldn't go because of sowing old seeds, and I'm beating I sowed it from years ago when I was dating and having kids and wasn't married and getting child support debt. Until I had 0 child support debt, I couldn't go overseas and meet friends and make business moves over there. That's so I'm urgent about this. But what that did was it made me get urgent about you. I'm urgent about teaching you. You have something on hold right now. Come on, Tasha, bring me in 30 more seconds. You have something on title these notes. You have something on hold right now, and you need the First Step Coaching Academy and more effort, focus, and commitment in your life. Get it done.
That's what it is. I mean, everyone knows what they want to do. They do. People aren't out here not knowing what you want to do. What you don't know is how to do it. It's not the action. See, people talk about chasing money, right? Oh, I'm getting this bag. I'm chasing this money. I don't chase money. I chase information. You have to get the proper information to get to where you want to go. So for that being said, look at the coach that you're talking to right now. Look at T. He's giving you the game. He's sitting there letting you know, like, look, it ain't about that. It's about this. I'm not a prideful person. I don't deal in pride. So if you have some good information for me, regardless of what I'm doing, if I'm doing it right, I think I'm doing it right, I'm wrong, whatever, anything, if you're going to sit there and say, hey, Casso, check this out. ... Regardless if I use it or not, I'm going to take that information and make it viable to what I got going on. You have to. Being information-based is where it's at.
The folks are going in about the echo chamber. I'm telling y'all, y'all just have to deal with this episode. We're going to have it fixed the next time around. But right now, I'm not stopping to read the information. All that is just another challenge. Turn your volume down, get your pen and paper, stop it, rewind it. Y'all should be taking notes anyway. I told you to get your notebooks, so I got mine. All right. So that's all right. I'm rocking with it. My man Casso in here, you're doing it just like this. And I guarantee you, Casso.
Yeah.
We're gonna have this sound thing.
Oh yeah. This slight glitch game.
Okay.
That's all.
But we're going
electronics
now. All right. Live over here on Kaibu Movie, Kaibu Rise page on Instagram, and definitely on my Facebook, YouTube channel. So we got Jack in our crosshairs. And Jack is teaching us about setting ourselves up for a blessing. All right. Now when Jack accepts the offer, he's super duper happy. When he gets home, what does he find, Picasso?
Ding. You all look. It's right in your hands.
When he gets home, he finds a mama that is rightfully upset at his decision making.
Keyword rightfully.
Okay. So I'm a motivational speaker. This is my central speech. Y'all getting it rolled up on the podcast, so lucky you. But let me say something. Jack didn't make any excuses to his mama. She said, Jack, where the cow? His mama got But what he didn't realize was his mom ain't had no magic in her to connect with him.
Stop. We got to stop right there. Now, that comes to a very important point that you were saying when he came home and moms was like, what? When you're doing the things that you want to do, at times you have to realize who you believe is your greatest supporter is going to be your greatest adversary at a point in time when you make a decision that is not in accordance with what they believe you should be doing. So as that was when he left the house, when Jack left with the bag, everything was fine and dandy. One decision that he made that he felt that was good for himself and what he believed in and what was inside of him, he thought he could bring it back to mom, like, yo. And mom was like, what? You're tripping. So now that's the point when a lot of people cross that line from really being successful and staying behind the ball. Because when you don't have those supporters, which you think that are supposed to be with you, what are you going to do?
And that's for all of you that feel like you need for. Okay, so if you're a female and you're dating a guy married to a guy, and he has to give you his approval for you to work out and get in shape, what's that? If you dating a guy that
control that
this guy doesn't want you to work out with a trainer or work out on your own at the gym because there are guys that's going to be watching you. If you're a guy, if you said, I want to work out, I want to get in shape, and he has a bunch of moves, you know what I'm saying? That's the moment of this story where we're at. Fellas. If your lady friend is happy that you provide, but she don't want you to elevate at your job and get that supervisor position, because then you're going to have more power and control. You might be at the office a little bit longer, but you're going to be able to get longer vacations. It's going to benefit you. You'll be happy because you deserve it, but she's knocking it down like, oh, babe, the kids need you at home. I need you at home. I'm telling y'all, what Casso just said is the real. I apologize for the echo, everybody, but I'm telling you, I can't stop this right now. I'm a juggernaut. I'm going somewhere with this.
Oh.
The instant that you connect with your magical moment, someone's going to be there. Oh, yeah. Someone's going to be there to snuff it out. Someone's going to be there to try to make you feel like a fool for believing in magic. But they don't see. Wait for it. What they don't see is that there's a connection already made. So they don't need to sever you and disconnect you from your dreams. They're just letting you know that it's time to move on.
Man.
It's time to move on. And let me tell y'all something. The next morning, when Jack saw that beanstalk, love his mama, he climbed that beanstalk. If that man never turned back down, come on. If that man never seen mama again, come on. If that man never going back to that bed he laid on straw with that straw pillow, if he never seen those conditions again, he climbed that beanstalk. Am I being clear to somebody? Jack that beanstalk, and it didn't matter if he ever seen that. You have to be the kind of person about your dreams.
Very much so. T, give me a quick second. I have to take this call. I'll be right back.
My man. I'm letting everybody know right now. This is where it's at. Okay. Now that since we have a moment, I'm going to recap the story of Jack and the Beanstalk where there's not this echo. All right. So where I'm going with the Jack and the Beanstalk story is this: literally everybody goes through this process. When you think about the opportunities that you were dead to, that were in front of your face, I wanted to wake you back up so you don't miss the next one, because you're not guaranteed. I'm telling you, you're not guaranteed for it to pass. If it passes, then there you go. All right. But what I'm saying is it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee that opportunity will come back around. I can't say other opportunities won't, but it's not a guarantee that opportunity will come back around. So you may have another opportunity that might get you a little bit close where you want to go, but he got an opportunity that took him all the way. All right. And like I say, some folks, I don't think his mom intentionally meant to sever him from his dream, but he had to make the decision once he saw that beanstalk to continue to believe. If you want to see the rest of this, go to YouTube. YouTube.com/ at Taibu Mordi 2019. And that's my call sign. Y'all want to see the rest of this, man? Go over there and check it out. Subscribe. Peace. Getting right. Finish with us. YouTube. All right. That's what it is. All right. And action. All right. Here we are talking about Jack and the Beanstalk. So where are you going with this, Taibu? So Jack shoots up the beanstalk. He continues to believe, all right? Now, what he finds at the top of the beanstalk is a dream come true. Until the giant gets home, it's a dream come true. The kindly wife feeds him when he asks for food. Remember, polite young man. Knocks on the castle door, asks for food, says he's hungry, gets up in there, she's feeding him. The giant comes home, right? Giant ogre, whatever he is, he comes home. And, Jack hides. So in the hiding, he keeps hiding in places where there's treasure. He's just trying to hide, but he keeps hiding in places where there's treasure. Goes in the room, treasure. Goes in the room, treasure. Goes in the room, treasure, right? But what you see here is that when he gets up into these clouds, he doesn't change. How many of you would get up into the clouds and you'll change? So the importance of this part of the message is don't change. You got there being you, don't change. So when he got up there, he wasn't like, oh, this is a fancy house. I bet y'all got money in there. He didn't change. He didn't get up there and try to slick the woman and slick her and play games with her. He just said, hey, man, look, I'm hungry. Let me get something to eat. He still was Jack. Right? Period. So, and not wanting her to get in trouble because the giant came home because she fed him and was treated nice, he hid. right? He may have tried to be slick. A lot of y'all try to be slick. He may have tried to slick talk to Giant like, hey, man, I'm just stopping here through him. Because she was nice. He could have been like, man, I'm just chilling here with your wife, man. I just kind of bumped about. I'm just new in town, whatever. He hid. And so that goes to show you that he's just still Jack. So what I'm saying is many of you get a little bit of elevation and you stop being humble. You stop keeping your eyes on the prize. You stop looking out for people, right? Just being real. Likewise, by him not changing, people saw value in him and began to bless him. She blessed him. So she tried to cover for him, right? So the Giant falls asleep. He's comfortable. It wasn't no boy here. It wasn't no person here. So Jack take off. He got a couple gold coins. Shoots back down the beanstalk, takes him to mom. Kiss her on the cheek. Mom, love you. Right? Living good for a second. The coins run out. Jack being Jack, you like, I want mom to live good. I want to live good. I want to stop being fly like this. Right back up and stop. So this part of the story, look at what we're going through. So what I'm trying to tell you is that your strategy, right? Your strategy has to involve discretion. Because had Jack not hid to protect the kindly wife, he wouldn't have been able to go back up that stalk. Because at the end of the tale, the Giant follows him and sees the stalk. The Giant don't know about the stalk until he catches Jack the last time he goes up there. You see what I'm saying? So Jack's strategy, was legit. I'm gonna take care of the people that's taking care of me. And that's how he ended up with all the money. The last thing that I want to say is that when Jack finally gets discovered by the Giant, this big older guy, and the guy chases him, he scurries down the beanstalk, right? He gets the Giant outfoxing, so he scurries down, and he chops down the beanstalk. So how much is enough? When is enough enough? A lot of you don't know. A lot of you don't know. A lot of you would risk dealing with that Giant. Oh, we're trying to make some kind of idea. Okay, I'm gonna wait till he gets down here. We're gonna do this, whatever, and do that. Nah. There's a giant thing in your life that's been always a point of contention, some kind of vice, something that's always been a lust of yours. There's a giant thing in your life that you have to contend with. You have to contend with it. You have to chop it down. You have to cut it off. So once you make it, you can't let that giant thing come into your life. You can't let that thing come into your life. This is real stuff, people. This is real. No excuse November. Jack didn't make any excuses at any given point in time. Never. Read the story for yourself. He never made an excuse for any of his actions. None of that. But he was Jack the whole time. All right. There was more treasures up there. Clearly, Jack, there was no question in his mind. Just like when he got the beans in the first place. No question. We're good. Chop that beanstalk down. Kill the Giant. I'm tired of Muad'Dib. If you know that's time for you to let that magic wake up again, I'm going to make this offer. I'm offering you magic beans. All right. You're going to have to sacrifice some of your family inheritance. You're going to have to make a financial sacrifice for these beans. But if you have something within you that you believe is connecting with this story, then I think that it's time for you to invest your time, your energy, and your finances in the First Step Coaching Program. Because I want to help you grow like that beanstalk. I want to help you have a life you never dreamed for, like Jack. All right. No excuse November. Start it and end it with First Step Coaching. I'm Taibu Muad'Dib. That's the show. I always give YouTube a little bit more, so I will. just want to make sure that you guys are clear. The First Step Coaching Academy, I have 6-month course curriculums, right? Each course curriculum is $1,200. So how you can pay for that this month, we got discount days coming up. We got rebates. You have deferred enrollment fees, all kinds of stuff to get you guys in here, right? You can pay on a sliding scale, but at the end of the day, at the lowest, it's $239 to tap in. If you want to join, it's $239, right? If you want to pay just month to month, right? So yes, it's a little bit marked up. That's a little bit. I'll end up with a little bit more in your $1,200, but that's how much it costs to get started, right? So you're paying for, basically like extra processing, whatever, to have you on the month to month. If you want to pay in full, that's acceptable. I can send you an invoice, inbox me. You see my different social media sites. You can Google the name, Taibu Muad'Dib, and I'll pop up everywhere. So you can TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. It's the real deal. I didn't have a Twitter page I don't really use. But the bottom line is, you know that there's magic inside of you. You know that this voice and this story brought that magic to life. So tap in with me. Let's create a winning strategy for you. You're a winner. It's time for you to win with Coach Taibu. Let's go.